All right, everybody, welcome in. I hope you're doing great today. Let's see where we're going. This is a reading for the Twin Flame Collective. Let's see what's happening. I will pull cards for the collective, the Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine in the extended. Well, let's just see where we go today, okay? So, what is going on for. You might hear some noise around here. It's kind of everything's kind of close. So, just FYI. Magic, trust, and friendship. So I've gotten these before. I've gotten actually the friendship card has shown up quite a bit in Twin Flame readings lately, and I've heard from a lot of you that there's a fear around getting this card. That well, what if this is just a friend or just a friend? I mean, it's a great basis for a relationship, just FYI. But some of you are a little concerned about this. Some of you also are concerned about maybe there's someone else floating around or something like that. I just want to say to you, my intuitive hit on this friendship card is it's a super duper positive thing. Mostly because there's so much more depth and breadth to the relationship when friendship is a foundation. So I think that's a very important, I think that's just a reminder, right? That's how you build trust. This is, I don't know if you can see it because the lights are all a little funky here, but that this is a card of trust. This is about not trust is something that you don't see the end of it. You don't see the experience of someone's intentions or anything like that. This is about a feel. This is a feeling thing. This is not about a proof thing, right? The proof comes later, like when people take action or when they do things that are loving or they say things and they do it, they follow through, things like that. That builds trust. So there's something here about building trust through friendship. And if that is what's going on with your connection, I wouldn't be that upset about it. I just am feeling like it's an important element and don't think it's not going to be foundational and important later on. So this magic card is interesting. I think I might want to clarify that in a second, but let's see what's going on with the collective, and then I'll pull cards for Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. All right. So this may not resonate for every twin flame connection. I'm tapping into one particular story right now, but if it does resonate with you, there will be an extended, so we'll see where we go. I just saw the Death card. I do feel like there is some kind of big shift happening right now, a big shift happening right now that may leave you feeling like, I'm not sure what this is. So maybe the friendship thing does kind of rear its head, and you're like, is that bad or is that good? There is no, that's too binary. That's too much of a way of cutting off possibilities. If you're thinking there's only good or there's only bad or there's choice A, choice B, there's 1,000 choices in between of how this can go. And it's up to you, right? It's up to you guys to make that happen. So 3 of Pentacles underneath, the 7 of Cups, the King of Wands, the Queen of Swords. Wow. Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Wands. I like this a lot. King of Wands to me is always someone who takes action. And I love the Queen of Swords here because this is very much like a, I see, right? Swords is I see the future. I just feel like she's standing there with her Ace of Swords going, I know exactly what is going down with this situation. I know exactly where I want it to go. And the King of Wands, his hand is on his heart chakra, which that makes me feel like there's some kind of healing going on here. This is the confusion around that friendship thing with the 7 of Cups and the 3 of Pentacles. It's sort of like, well, we're building something. I'm not sure what. Okay, so that could resonate with some of you. I am here to tell you, after seeing the Death card, the cards that are underneath are the ones that are going on subconsciously, even though you don't know. The Wheel of Fortune and the Ace of Wands is action. That's almost like, I almost feel like it's a lit match, like it's a big giant match, but still. And Queen of Swords and the King of Wands makes me feel like there's a heartfelt reason, there's passion, right? There's also clarity, which is super good, especially after seeing that Seven of Cups. Because the Seven of Cups is that confusing thing. Never follow down a train of thought that starts with shame or fear, because what you're getting is a kind of a prism distortion of what's happening, because you're like, okay, it's got to be this way, so I'm going to kind of only look out of it with one eye and kind of not really pay attention to some things that I don't want to know. But I'm here to tell you, if you're really interested in developing your intuition, you must become sort of a tactician about what's going on in your life, about what's happening. See things for what they are. There is an objective reality here, and we all have our own experiences, and that's kind of a lens through which we look at life. But in order for you to not get stuck in loops and things like that, it's really important that you go, okay, what is the objective reality here? What is actually going on? What actions have people taken? What communication has actually happened? There's a lot going on in the ethers, that's for sure, with this magic card. There's a lot going on in a 5D connection with this person, but I almost feel like this is asking you to kind of bring it back down to, what do you know? What do you know for sure? And what do they know for sure, right? It's kind of like a little bit of, this is grounding. This is really very important right now, to be grounded. So the situation, the Three of Swords, I don't mean to laugh at that, because it's kind of like, what right away what I get is like, well, it all goes up from here. Okay, the Three of Swords showing up there, the Six of Pentacles. There's effort needed. I feel like one of you, I'll pull cards, like I said, for the divine masculine, divine feminine. One of you needs the other one's help. Okay, one of you needs the other one's help. I apologize for any noise that you might be hearing. And the Ace of Cups showing up. So that's a future card, but right now in the present, this is a past card. This is in the past. So there's been a lot of hurt or shame or fear or anything that has taken you down a road that hasn't been particularly productive. This can be the other person. This is very much a card of getting a leg up from another person or helping each other. This is also about balance. It needs to be balanced. And I feel like that's what's happening. It's like a rebalancing of this connection. Eight of Wands, 10 of Cups, the Page of Cups, Two of Cups, going in a good direction here. Page of Pentacles. I like this page energy, and that ace energy is really good. All right, Moon. So much loud energy around the Virgo full moon that's happening later this month. I think it's like at 20 degrees Virgo or something like that. So if you have anything in your chart that's at 20 degrees Virgo or 20 degrees in general, the full moons for the next 6 months or so are all 20 degrees. So what that means, right, we just had Libra, we just had Leo, we're going to Virgo, and then Libra, and then Scorpio, and then Sagittarius, right? They all go in order. Whenever you have something at 20 degrees and it's a full moon, there is a sense of one chapter completing, but it's not the end chapter. The end chapter is like 29 degrees, right? It's like, that's when a sign is finishing up. But at 20 degrees, it's like, okay, we've had that child experience, that the bubble love phase or whatever. And then we've had this mid part, which is about building, which isn't actually the funnest part of this whole thing. But I feel like now this is really going back to this friendship and the trust card for me. It's like, it's time. What you've built something. You've built something meaningful here. The Queen of Swords and the King of Wands. Queens and kings. Then it becomes aces and pages. So this, right, the Ace of Cups here, Page of Pentacles, Page of Cups. That's it. This is a new chapter. This is a new chapter. This Three of Swords is in the past. It's sort of informed what's going forward. And I also feel like some of you have learned from these past chapters in a really important way. So you haven't just, become fearful of a love experience with this person. You've become wise, Virgo, Hermit. You've become wise. Transmuted that information, whatever it was. It's information, okay? Three of Swords. It's information, and you've transmuted that into something that's more balanced, and has an opportunity to make a new chapter. So we're going from 20 degrees. Now we have another 9 degrees, and I'm just kind of making that connection for you because this journey is about chapters. There's chapters of angst, there's chapters of struggle, there's chapters of incredible connection. There's all these different chapters. And I feel like what's coming up, this 8 of Wands and the 10 of Cups, is a beautiful chapter. And I also am getting this sense of like, you have to come at it with a beginner's mind. Page of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. You have to come at it from a beginner's mind. So in other words, you're not like in a crouch position, because Three of Swords, I got to tell you, I don't know, but Three of Swords is not the worst sword card in this deck. It is not the most broken, horrible experience in this deck. And I'm saying that to you because I feel like if you are feeling like all pain is just meant to, like, you know, if you're in that victim mentality about things, then you're going to get the 10 of Swords. You're going to get the worst sword cards because it's sort of like, oh, I knew it was coming, right? And I feel like this journey is asking you in a big way to learn from things, transmute it into wisdom, and move forward. Don't go looping around in these, I know they're going to, you know, stick a fork in my eye. I know they're going to, right? Let's not loop around in that stuff because it's not going to serve you. It's not that you can't be like, you know, there was hurt in this. Fair enough. Okay. But don't go looping around in that. The moon, full moons are about releasing. And Virgo is a healer. Virgo is a healer energy. It's also called the sacred servant. It is about us using our own pain or experiences to get to that next chapter. You're like, yep, right? I took that class. I don't need to take that class again, but I'm going to use those skills. I'm going to use that information. So whatever you have learned from this twin flame up until now, there's a new chapter headed here. Ace of Cups, Two of Cups, and the Pages. Page of Cups is an apology. Okay, there can be some kind of apologies flowing here. There can also be some kind of like, this Three of Pentacles is about building something together. And the Page of Pentacles says, hey, you need to learn some new stuff. So whether that is information about the connection or just in general, like if you're going to be building something together, you might need to learn something new, like actually physically in the world. You guys might be, you know, because this is very idea and entrepreneurial, okay, driven. This King of Wands. Queen of Swords is like, I got it. I see the future. That's a really lovely combination. And then the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands, that's a nice masculine, feminine balance. So I do have my little Amazonite chip that I brought with me. I have a really big heart at home, but I did want to bring that with me when I'm doing this reading for you so that I had it. The Amazonite is the integration of masculine and feminine energy. So let's see. I'm going to pull some cards for the Divine Feminine right now. Where's the Divine Feminine? So this is about being able to transmute wisdom or pain or suffering or hurt or anger or anything, any experience. Great, however you look at it, right? It's all just learning. Okay? We don't have to label it. We don't have to judge it. We can just say it's all just learning. So for the Divine Feminine, where's the Divine Feminine right now? Five of Wands. A little conflicted, I must say. 10 of Cups, that's a situation. Opportunity. Queen of Pentacles. Sorry, the reflection's a little bit bad. Everything suddenly got louder outside. Sorry. Queen of Pentacles. There's the Two of Cups again. Seven of Swords. Emperor. And what's the outcome? Wow. Emperor, Empress. Are you kidding me? There's the masculine, feminine. 10 of Cups twice. 10 of Cups is one of my twin flame cards, as is the Empress. And whenever they show up together, and I like this Queen of Pentacles because that's about making it real, making it real. All right. But I see the Divine Feminine is aligned with this Five of Wands. And that's the energy of the Divine Feminine right now. Even though there's a new chapter coming, 10 of Cups, even though that's happening, I feel like it has to do with two things. I feel like the masculine is going to have to kind of crawl over some broken glass to get to the feminine to make an apology. Okay. And the feminine is not really believing that's going to happen. So there's a sense of resistance here. I think what's happening is you're tapping into the fact that they are having a lot of stuff going on. It may have nothing to do with you. All right. So I want you to just pull back from that a little bit. And I also feel like there is some kind of secret that will be imparted. The masculine having his hand over his heart makes me feel like this is something I've kept to myself. And the Virgo full moon is the revelations about what's coming. So I love the Empress and Emperor together here with the 10 of Cups. That's pretty amazing. It is on the feminine side here. So there is a sense of like, how's this going to work? I'm feeling like the masculine's having all kinds of problems, and that might be hurtful to me. So I don't want to believe it's true. Like that can be what the feminine is dealing with. So I'm standing up. How about that? I get to move all the way around. All right. So Divine Masculine, where are you, my darling? 9 of Cups. Situation, Page of Wands, opportunity, 10 of Pentacles. Wow. 7 of Wands, 8 of Cups. Empress. Check it out. Check it out. Outcome is the Queen of Pentacles. Beautiful. There's a lovely integration here. Now, I am feeling that there's a lot of feminine energy here. The masculine could have another feminine. We've talked about that before. This could be a masculine that is connected with another karmic partner. It does not have to be a spouse. It can be a boss. It can be a job. It can be something, but there's a karmic lesson that the masculine is working on learning right now. And I feel like they have been, see this Page of Wands, another page. I feel like they know where they're going toward the feminine, the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. But there's a lesson, there's a like a beginner's mind thing that has to happen. And I do feel like they might be resisting. All right, resisting communication. Oh, that's what it is. Okay, thank you. I feel like they're resisting telling you what's going on until they know. They don't want to give you kind of like daily reports about anything, because I feel like I think they don't know where they're going. I really do. The Queen of Pentacles is the outcome. It's like they need to make some kind of path toward them taking care of themselves, then them healing themselves. Okay. And I feel like they might go toward the feminine for that purpose, for you to do the work of healing with them. I'm kind of getting that they need to learn how to do this themselves. If the feminine is all balled up in her head about fear and shame, or any kind of like, oh, what's happening, I'm being friend zoned kind of thing, then the masculine is kind of mirroring that in the way that, oh, I don't know how to get out of this. Is this a bad thing? Does that make me a bad person? Does it mean that I don't love my feminine, which is not true? There's something going on with the masculine that's like, what's happening to them is their linear way of thinking is being challenged. Okay, so I want to clarify that friendship card a little bit more for you. 7 of Pentacles, Tower, Devil energy, 9 of Swords. Okay, this person, the Divine Masculine's going through a rough time, and they don't want you to get involved. So they're not talking. They don't want you to get hit by any shrapnel. Okay. They're having to do a lot of things in their life. They're having to learn like exponentially because they've been putting it off for so long, or they haven't learned their lessons for so long. Anything with magic here. Ace of Pentacles, Five of Cups, Knight of Wands, Death, World, and the Ace of Swords. Okay, good. I think we have all the aces here now. I've been getting all the aces myself, which is kind of interesting. I do think that they want to come toward you, but they don't want you to see them as like a fly by night thing. They don't want you to feel like they're um, being a jerk or they're being so friend zoning is more appropriate because if it were to become this like sexy romantic thing, they feel like that would be disingenuous because they can't give you anything more. And so, what I can give you is my friendship. I can give you that. And I know that that builds trust. If I do anything that's more physical or anything and I have to withdraw and I have to go somewhere else to finish out this other chapter, you may never trust me again. Okay? Okay. All right, so we're going to continue on with this reading. I will pull cards for each zodiac sign. I'll take a look at what you don't see coming and give you some advice. All right, so there's a link below if you want to continue on. Twin Flames, I'll see you over there. All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.